Evening everybody. We'll just wait for everyone to join, or for a few people to join. Okay. Lost something. Oh, I've lost something. We're not going anywhere tonight until I've found something. Oh, bear with me, guys. Okay. Oh, bad start this evening. Now I'm hoping I'll be able to see comments tonight. Please feel free to say hello as we go through. So tonight I wanted to show you all about Paper Pumpkin. If you follow Stampin' Up on social media, you'd have seen a lot of information about Paper Pumpkin. It is a subscription kit that has been available in the States for some time, and we've wanted it over here for a very, very long time, and we finally got one. It's very exciting. This kit has been designed by Shelli herself, and it's called Hugs from Shelli. It costs £20, and in it you have enough product to make 12 cards. You get absolutely everything, and I'm going to show you what you get, and then we'll get on to some crafting. I'm just going to move that up a little bit. Okay, so inside the box it comes beautifully wrapped. So in here, I'm going to open it up and take that out. So this is what the cards will look like, and this is our step-by-step guide, so you can see exactly what to put where. So that's what we get to start. We get a whole set of stamps which look like this. Can you see them? Really, really nice sentiments. You've got thank you, hugs, for you, grateful, hello, love and dear friend. Then you've got these beautiful, I think they're swallows, I was told. You've got this lovely feather, and then some background stamps. Everything in it comes ready, done almost, so it's just a case of assembling. You've got these beautiful envelopes. So you get those ones, these ones with the feather, and then you get these ones with the flower. Okay, the cards. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. I'm struggling to see comments. It's not doing very. I'm not doing very well. Can someone make a comment for me? Okay. So we have these lovely note cards. So they measure 3.5 inches by 5 inches wide. So the standard note card and envelope size. You've got the blue ones. You've got these lovely crumb cake cards with the basket, the nest in. You have these ones which are a beautiful flower and they match the front. Lovely. And then we have one here which is a bit shabby, grungy like, and that's really nice as well. You have these beautiful press out vellum feathers and some flowers to go with that. And then you have your sheet of dimensionals and glue dots, so literally you don't need anything else other than what's in this box apart from an acrylic block. These lovely bronze swallows that match the stamps, and then we have these die cut sheets, die cut frames here, so you get 2 of those, 2 sheets of those in different sizes, and they actually go with the new nested dies, so they're the shape of the new nested dies. The nested dies are stitched, and these ones are just plain, but they all just press straight out, so really easy crafting. And then you've got this beautiful velvet ribbon, which I think is Tranquil Tide shade. You have this lovely pink twine, can you see? And then you have the lovely linen thread, which you can buy anyway in the catalogue, and I use that quite a lot anyway. So the cards, they make into something like this. This is the standard template that they've shown us. This is how they recommend us putting our cards together. Oh, don't know what I've done now. So like that one. You have this thank you dear friend, but obviously you've got all the sentiments in there, so you can choose whatever one you want to use. Hugs for you. You've got that nice ribbon behind, and then hello friend. So that's everything you get in the box. Oh, you even get the little stamping spot here, which is in early espresso. So everything is very much very vanilla and tones of pastel colours. So if you like the whole shabby look, then that would be great for you. So the kit itself is available now. It's available until stocks last, and it's £20, and you get everything, like I said, in that box that I've shown you. All comes in that kit. Okay, so that's the Hugs from Shelli paper pumpkin kit. I wanted to show you that once you've got the kit, you can do a lot more with it. So I'm going to make 2 quick cards for you this evening. So we've got this one here, which is using the feather stamp, and I've heat embossed that, and then I've used the nested die here to create the sentiment, and I'll show you how to do this. I'll show you a couple of little tricks with that. And then this one here, which is something very, very different. This feather is really popular. You would have seen this a lot. This is using just the plain Whisper White note cards and envelopes, and then a bit of speckling and some stamping. So I'll show you those 2 first. So we're going to start to making the crumb cake one. So we're going to start with a plain Whisper White card. And that measures, so it's a sheet, it's half a sheet of A4, so it's the A4 length, scored at 14.9 centimetres and folded in half, like so. Okay, and then we've got a piece of crumb cake here, like so, and that measures 13.5 centimetres across by 13.9 centimetres down. Okay, so to start with this, I'm going to show you how to, I've already done a piece anyway, so I'll show you how we're going to do this with the feather. I just need to find my feather. Here he is. So we're going to use the feather with some Versamark. Here we go. So the feather, I'm going to show you what we do on the small piece. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and inked up, and then we're going to stamp. I think this has still got a bit of memento on it, like so, and keep going until your card is full up. I'll just show you a little bit to start with. And then I find it easier with your embossing powder to put it in a large tub. The reason for that is it causes less mess, and it's easier to add your, so we're just going to shake that in there like so. Okay. Put that to one side. And then you see there's some excess on there, just like so. I just use a paintbrush to get rid of that. It's not wet or anything, it's just a dry paintbrush. So you can see it's nice and powdery there, and then we'll use the heat tool to emboss that over. So you'll see that's just starting to go shiny, and it looks lovely on the crumb cake. It really makes the shape pop. Oh, it's burning my fingers. Yeah, so you get the idea, that's how we do that. Put that back up there. So that's your embossed feathers. We're going to leave that to dry. The important thing with that is to leave it to dry. So here's the one I did earlier. Ta-da! Now with this, I'm going to go over the feathers really, really lightly with the ivory stamping blend. It just adds a little bit of texture and shading to the feathers. You can see them ever so slightly on the one I've done earlier. They've just got a little pink tinge. I'm not being too careful with this, but it all adds to the effect. Okay, so you can see they're just starting to come off the page a little bit more now, and we'll just build that colour up ever so gradually. So that's the ivory one. We'll just keep going until we're happy with the look that we've got. I think it takes some of the whiteness down, and I think the great thing about this kit is it looks great with those muted colours. So just go over that until we're done. And then onto the top of that colour, the ivory. Hi Baz! Yes, paper pumpkin. It finally arrived. And then we're just going to go over. This one here is the dark petal pink. So you can see it's just starting to lift them a little bit more. And we've got a little pink tone to them. Okay, so that's what we've got now. You can keep going and you can add more colour or you can leave it there, but I'm quite happy with that. And then you'll see with this one, it's got some speckling on it. So let's move everything out of the way because everything will end up covered in speckle. And like I've shown before in a couple of videos, we're just going to use the lid of the Stampin' blend and the felt tip end to just speckle. Okay. That's it, just like so. Okay, and that will dry quite quickly because the paper's quite porous, so it will suck in all the ink. So then we've got that just like so. Now what I've done with this one is I have frayed the edges, and that's another really, really useful technique. I'm going to use my large scissors because it's quite a large piece of cardstock, and all we do is we rough up the edges with the blade. So can you see what's happening there? It's just starting to fray. It makes a horrible noise, but it's worth it. So you can see that's starting to fray really, really nicely. It's also a very messy technique. Just gives another texture to your cards, or the layers that you use on your card. This isn't a technique you'll see me using very often, but it is quite a good one. So we've got that just like so. So can you see that's just frayed? And we'll just clear off the mess. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add that to our card front like so. I'm not going to stick it fully down. I like the idea that the card's quite loose in terms of the layers. So all I'm going to do is, oh no, turn that back over, turn that bit over. I'm going to add. So the trick with the dimensionals as well. Hi Martin. The trick with the dimensionals, I'm just going to add 2 strips. And this is a great tip for your dimensionals. Never throw these pieces away because actually they're very, very useful. And we don't like waste, do we? Ooh. Okay. So we've got our card blank. And now we're going to lay our piece just like so. So that's the card, the basis of the card front done. Now I need my little die cut piece, which is here. So I've already cut one of the nested shapes for us, ready, and I'm going to use the thank you sentiment for my card, which is just here. So let's dig out the stamps, which I've put back in the box, I think. Please tell me you're in his stamps. Where did I put the stamps? Oh, this is good, isn't it? Oh, there they are. See, I can't see for looking. Silly me. It's been one of those days that it's half term, so my mind is all over the place. Okay, so let's take the thank you off of here. I'm just going to lay that on our block. Now, I've stamped that in soft suede. You get early espresso with the kit. Because I've used the crumb cake background, I wanted to go a little bit lighter. So we're going to stamp thank you about there. Okay. So that's that one done. And then I'm going to show you a little trick with the dear friend. So dear friend is 1 stamp. 2 words, 1 stamp. But you'll notice on this particular card, you've just got friend. So here's a little trick with your stamp, your sentiment stamp. So we're going to use some washi tape, just a little piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this to mask over the word that we don't want to stamp. Okay, so we're just going to cover that up, and then we're carefully going to add that into the ink. So you'll see there you've just got friend, and then in case you've got any ink on your washi tape, we're going to take that washi tape off. Oh, I think I've got a bit of blue on there actually. 2 seconds, bear with me. My stamp wasn't clean. Okay, let's do that again. My stamp wasn't clean when I put it away. Tut tut. Okay, so we're going to mask off the deer. Now my washi tape's not long enough. Oh dear. Okay, so we've masked off deer. We're going to dip it in the ink. Take off the washi tape, just in case there's any ink on it. We don't want to ruin our sentiment. And then we're going to add friend. Oh, I've stamped off as well, so we're going to stamp off because we want a muted tone. And then we're going to stamp friend. So we've got, thank you, friend. Just like that. So that's a really good tip for your sentiment, or any stamp that you want to mask off a certain part of. Washi tape is great for that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to tie a piece of linen thread around our card. There, it's probably more than I need. Okay, so to tie that round, nope, it's probably not enough. Thanks, Baz, glad you like it. Now we will tie a little bow. Let's see how my bow tying skills are. Probably terrible. Oh no, it's not bad. It could be worse. Okay, so we've tied a little bow, and then we're going to stick our sentiment on about there. Now what I've done is, as you can see, it's gone off the card. Oh, sharing is caring. Thank you, Baz, much appreciated. And we're going to add that to our card with some dimensionals. And I'm going to do one at the top and one at the bottom. I'll put that away. And we're going to add that about there. Now what I've done is I've lined up these two pieces here, these two edges, with the edge of my crumb cake card, and then all we're going to do is turn it over and snip that bit off. So that's our card done. Now if you wanted to, you could add one of the swallows, you could add a sequin, or you could add anything, but I like the fact that it's just quite plain. Hi Janine, thanks for coming in, lovely to see you. I hope you've unpacked that gorgeous box of raffle prizes already. Okay, so that's our first card for our live. So really, really easy to do. Would look great in any colour. And then this one. This, I wanted to show that it's not just about the subtle colours. You can also do different shades and different techniques. So we've got a plain whisper white note card. Just like so, and these are really handy for quick, simple note cards. And I'm going to use one of the new in colours, which is this beautiful, pretty peacock. It's lovely. It reminds me of Dapper Denim, which was one of my favourites many years ago. 2 years ago? Maybe 2 years ago. Okay, so to start, we're going to use this stamp here. Oh yes, oh I'm glad you managed to get it in. Was Paul surprised when he saw you with that? And then what we're going to do, I went to a charity craft day at the weekend in aid of the Ferret Association, and the raffle prizes, there must have been at least £1,000 worth of raffle prizes that were donated, all craft stuff, craft products from lots of different companies, and Janine won the main prize, which was a huge, huge hamper of crafting goodies. She could barely carry it. Okay, back to my card. So we're going to use this lovely speckled stamp, what do you call it? And we are going to just stamp 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, about there. I'm happy with that. So we've done the speckled, and then my favourite technique of the moment, which you've already seen me do once, but this time we're going to use a Stampin' Right marker. We'll move everything out the way because we don't want it to get covered in ink. We're going to just add this. Just like so. So make it look a little bit messy, but messy is good. And then we're going to use this lovely new punch, which I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. It's a label punch. You'll be able to see what it's called exactly on the 4th of June. Or Baz may be able to tell us. We're going to punch one of those out, just like so. And we're going to add that to our card with a dimensional. And again, you'll see that I've used a corner. Now, so we haven't making the most of everything. Oh, we can't really see that there. We'll put that there, like so. Okay, so we've done that, but we're now going to stamp our feather, which is here, in a bit of memento. That's noisy, isn't it? So we'll just quickly stamp him, like so, and then we'll colour him in. So I've got here just a dark pool party marker, and I'm just going really, really roughly. I love these stamps where you don't have to be too precise. How would I know? Oh, of course you'll know, Baz. Okay, so let's quickly cut the feather up. I haven't made one earlier for this. I thought you'd all love to watch me cut out a feather. And again, the great thing about these stamps is you don't have to be too precise. Here we go with the fussy cutting. Oh, it's all silent now. Enjoying the piece after a very busy day. I've been taxi today, running the big one, to and fro, dance classes. But she had a great time, and that's all that matters. And now the boys are in watching the football. So I'm staying out here for as long as possible. Okay, so we've now got our feather, which we are just going to add onto our punched shape, the mystery shaped punch. It's really bad, isn't it? You'd think I'd be able to demonstrate. I'd know these things. So we're going to add him to the card, like so. And then we're going to use Dear Friend again. We're going to use the whole of Dear Friend, like that. And we're going to stamp him. We're going to use Pretty Peacock once more. Loving this colour. So we'll stamp Pretty Peacock about there. And then I'm going to use the classic label punch. See, I remember the name of the punch. Oh, good. We're going to use this classic label punch to punch out our sentiment. Like so. Out he comes. And then we're going to add that. Hi, Mum. Thanks for joining us. You're late. Ready? We're going to add Dear Friend, just like so. Okay, so that's the basis of our card. And then to finish, I'm just going to add a few little pearls, if I can find them. And just like we did the other day, we're going to colour them. And we're going to colour them with the dark Pool Party marker. So I've just got 3. Oh, they've all hung off. 3 there. I know, Baz, why is she late? And then we're going to add these to our card. Oh, where's it gone? There it is. Okay, so that's our card done now. Again, that would look lovely in any colour. So we've got 2 note cards, and then we've got 2 thank you cards, just like that. So it's a different way that you can use your paper pumpkin kit. If you have bought it, I'd love to see what you've been making other than the cards that it comes with. If you do want to order it and it's on your wish list, you can order it right now. You can click on the online shop button on my website, or if you go to the Stampin' Up website, you'll be able to order it there. Don't forget to enter the hostess code so that you'll get a free gift at the end of May. And if you haven't ordered your new annual catalogue yet, please let me know, and they're going in the post tomorrow. And that's it from me this evening. This demo's not too bad with decorations. I have my moments, don't I? Have a lovely evening, everyone. I hope you're avoiding the football like me, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening, everyone. Take care. Bye.